I've just had a week in China, well, a week and one day, because my flight to come back was delayed by 9 hours. Which brings me to the point of the thing I wanted to talk about this morning, or today, was in China the pace of growth is just, I guess, mind-boggling for most of us, unless you come from a very large city. And what struck me was the technology and the infrastructure development. And you can see why it is now the world's second largest economy, and it's presumably just a matter of time until it is much bigger than 2 and 3 added together. The strength and dynamics of the economy are hard to understand. But with a population that size that China has and the resources, it is going ahead in leaps and bounds, global financial crisis or not. But then what struck me was twice I had a plane delay, first for 2 hours, sitting on the runway at Taiyuan, wanting to fly down to Chengdu, and second, trying to fly out of Shanghai to Hong Kong, where the planes were delayed 9 hours. Now, what was most troubling was the inability of anybody to explain what was going on. Can we really believe that an airline that owns multiple planes the size of China Eastern did not have the software capacity to understand the logistics of what was going on and where their flights were? Now, if that's the case, it seems to be a major problem that needs to be confronted. And second, if that's not the case, then the inability to be able to communicate to people that the plane is going to be delayed 4 hours, 6 hours, 10 hours, seems to me to be very important. And I think that's the case for all of us in business. That what frustrates our clients most is when we cannot say what we are trying to do or when the goods are going to be delivered. The communication strategy, and by that I don't mean PR where we put a nice little spin on it, I mean just direct integrity in direct exchange, is a key element of doing business. And all the things that we've been involved with in terms of research clearly indicate that what clients want to know is when and how. If we communicate it straight, we might take some flack, but at least we know that they know, and they knowing in most instances keeps them much happier, much more informed, and much more likely to do business with us again. So the thing that I learnt most out of my trip to China was that by not being told things, I was a much less happy person than if I had have been told. And when I looked at the research when I got back, it's not surprising that that has been supported by academics and practitioners' writings, not just about China, but universally.